After years of being the hunter, Calvary Christian enters this season as the hunted, coming off their first ever state championship in school history. Now the key to repeating will be finding a successor to Jesse Donahoe, who is currently playing baseball over at Georgia State. For those unfamiliar, the TBT is one of the largest summer basketball tournaments, similar to March Madness. The one difference? The prize for cutting down the nets this time around is a cool $1 million. Fresh off a win against Carolina, the Columbus Lions enter their double bye week at 4-1 on the season, winners of 4 straight. And if that wasn't good, what's even better is the team they're chasing, the Albany Empire, just lost their first game of the season, which sets up an interesting final 3 games of the regular season. But Kyle Pitts, man, I mean, he's like right now, in my opinion, without taking a snap in the NFL, top 5 tight end.
Really? Already?
Easy. Already. I mean, you think there's not a lot of tight end depth. If you play fantasy football, you know that.
That's very good point.
You got Travis Kelce, you got George Kittle, Darren Waller, and then there's a huge drop off. I think Kyle Pitts is going to be right up in that foursome. Not his rookie year, but he'll get there. You got Antonio Brown coming in as the number 3 receiver.
Right.
I mean, he's not going to do that on any other team.
He just said that.
Now, you may be asking yourself, why am I standing here holding a handful of baseballs in the middle of some trees with a brick wall behind me? Well, the answer to your question is 415. 415 feet. That is the distance to dead center field here at historic Golden Park. Now, if Columbus had an MLB team, that would be second deepest center field out of all the teams in the majors. Now, that's a tough ask for any big league players to hit it that far. And when we're talking about collegiate players, many of which using a wooden bat for the first time, that's a darn near impossible task. In just 16 short days, Georgia high schools will be fighting over this. And today, we are catching up with the Northside Patriots as they look to improve from a 4-5 record last year in their second year in Georgia Class 5A football. Return to glory. That is what is happening here at LaGrange High School under head coach Matt Napier in his second season at the helm. The Grangers made the Sweet 16 last season after missing the playoffs for nearly a decade, and now they're looking to build upon that success. Well, that certainly didn't go as planned for the Chattahoots as they squandered their chance to make it to the championship series in their inaugural season with an 11-3 loss to the Gainesville Braves here at Golden Park. Good news for the Hoots is they still have a game to play in a winner-take-all affair at Gainesville tomorrow night. In just a few short weeks, thousands of incoming freshmen will begin their college curriculum here at Auburn University. Among them, America's Golden Girl, Suni Lee, who, in case you've been living under a rock, is bringing home a trifecta of medals she won at the Tokyo Olympics. Bronze in uneven bars, silver in the team competition, and gold in the individual all-around. Now, she will be competing right here at Auburn Arena. Two years removed from a trip to the Final Four, and it's already time for a reunion for Auburn basketball team members Bryce Brown, Malik Dunbar, Javon McCormick, and D'Angelo Purifoy. What's the occasion, you ask? Why, it's the basketball tournament, of course, and these Tigers are ready.
We know what we can do as a team, and once again, we're a 5 seed, so you know how that played out last time. We just need to get our first game under our belt, get that win. For those unfamiliar, the TBT is one of the largest summer basketball tournaments, similar to March Madness. The one difference? The prize for cutting down the nets this time around is a cool $1 million.
We all need that money right now, for real. So I'm just ready, trying to go out there and play hard.
All of us had that COVID year, so we was really looking for a way to not only play basketball, but to find a way to get money. And this is a great opportunity for everybody to showcase their talent.
On Thursday, Team War Ready took to the court to knock off the rust in a scrimmage against the Georgia Kangaroos. It's an opportunity these former Tigers weren't sure they would ever get again.
It feels good, man, knowing that I'm an alumni of Auburn and, coming back and seeing these guys after some of them I haven't seen in over like 4 years, man. We've been keeping in contact on like Instagram, text or something like that, but it's good to see these guys. Team War Ready will play its first game Sunday, July 18th at the Charleston Coliseum in West Virginia. Reporting from Atlanta, Colin Ochs, News 3 Sports, on your side. The Harlem Globetrotters, a name synonymous with basketball, a team that's been thrilling fans, young and old, for nearly a century now, have taken their talents
to the Civic Center here in Columbus.
We're really excited to get back into these arenas, to put joy in the spread game, to spread the Globetrotter way of how we love our fans, love this game to our fans. I know they miss us, and we miss the game as much. And we want to make sure that we bring that Globetrotter fun, because I know everybody's been locked up, everybody's been at home, and in some places that people are happy to get out, especially with kids and families. And that's what we want to do, is get back to our core.
During the pandemic, the Globetrotters were grounded for over a year. In 2021, they are ready to take flight once again, traveling to over 150 cities on their spread game tour. It's about reigniting the childhood love for the game and inspiring the next generation.
And we always have that kid spirit in us. So anytime we're on the court as basketball players, we're always going to love the game of basketball. I want to make sure I connect with a certain fan in the crowd and just make sure I can help them or give them inspiration.
This tour is a return to normal for the Globetrotters, and as usual, they took on their opponents from Washington. Hopefully no one had money on the Generals, as the Harlem Globetrotters once again dominated their rivals tonight. Reporting from Columbus, Colin Ochs, News 3 Sports, on your side. We are here in Opelika for East Alabama High School Media Days. The excitement in this room was palpable. Now, every team starts the season with 0 losses, but there was one team in particular that expects to finish that season unbeaten, and that is the Glenwood Gators.
With the talent that we have this year, that's nothing that we're settling for. The standard has been state, but the standard is to win this year, so it's nonetheless. That's what we're shooting for.
Glenwood has finished each of the last 2 seasons with a loss in the state championship game. The title game last year was their only defeat. Talent has gotten them to the cusp, but to finish on top, the players say they have to outwork last year.
Really, I think what motivated most of us start working out after hours is the championship loss. I mean, we got close and then lost it at the end, and I looked at what I could do better, what I could do more of, and working out was just one of the main ones.
I just believe that working is how you get back to where you want to be, and it's just a blessing to have teammates that buy into that as well.
Make no mistake, it's a championship or bust mentality this year for Glenwood. Getting there is no longer gonna cut it for these Gators.
We're very proud as a unit to be there, but this year we're trying to finish it, and we got to work harder. That's what we got to do. The team that beat us, they worked harder than us and they beat us. Now we got to do the same thing they did and beat them.
Glenwood starts their season on the road against Bessemer Academy on August 20th. Reporting from Opelika, Colin Ochs, News 3 Sports, on your side. Good evening, everyone. Now, a lot has changed in the past 2 years, but not for Glenwood football. The Gators have gone to back-to-back state championship games. That's the good news. The bad news is they are 0-2 on the AISA's biggest stage. The plan for 2021? Outwork everyone. Sports Director Rex Castillo has more. The playoff-bound Columbus Lions are taking on Jersey for the regular season finale. Early in the game, Jersey strikes first. Warren Smith to Jared Dangerfield. Oh, and that grab was dangerous. One-handed, Jersey up 7-0. Suing Columbus drive, Mason Espinoza punches right back, finding Antoine Grant. There's the touchdown. Lions cut it to 7-6 later in the first. Flight return with another Smith to Dangerfield connection. Now that was just dirty. My man mossed him. Flight lead 14-7. Second quarter, how about some bully ball? Corey Crawford says, I'm bigger than you. He scores. Lions lead 20-14. 2 minutes left until the half. On the pass, Rodney Hall Jr. says, I'll be taking that. Sprints back from the 25, runs into the pile. Oh, excuse me, pardon me. Oh, touchdown, pick 6. Columbus goes up 35-14. And in the end, Lions steamroll their way into the playoffs. Columbus grounds the flight 65-32. Lions will host Orlando next week in the NAL semifinals. But the Lions aren't the only ones still playing. The Columbus Chattahoots have made their way to the semifinals of the Sun Belt postseason, and this just went final. The Hoots beat top-seeded Gainesville Braves 7-5 in 11 innings. Game 2 is Monday night at Golden Park, and Columbus can advance to the championship series with a win on Monday. That's all for sports. News 3 Night Watch will be right back after this.